the Toxic Avenger.
So Xbox is at it again. Now with the price hikes. Not only are they hiking the price on their hardware, despite the fact that it's new gen just right around the corner, and then instead of them dropping the price on their hardware, they kicked it up. Not only do they kick it up, but now they offer you less for more. So, okay, I'm pretty sure everybody's aware of what's going on right now with Xbox Game Pass. I'm pretty sure that everybody knows that they're now charging $30 a month, $360 a year for Game Pass Ultimate, $10 for the standard, and $20 for the other one, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know why they're doing this. It's like the second time in less than a year where they do this. I call that abuse and exploitation. Why? Because they know people are dumb enough to actually go along with it. They know that people are addicted to their online gaming. It's mostly your fault, guys. Mostly your fault. And I know you're probably going to start saying to yourself, well, you probably do it too because blah, blah, blah. No, actually I don't. I play on the Xbox offline. I got tons of offline games. I play on the PlayStation offline because I also have a ton of offline games. I don't necessarily play with anybody because everybody else has a life of their own, and so do I. But, you know, I don't know how it is that all these YouTubers that I've seen talk about these things, but yet none of them are willing to say what I'm about to tell you right now. Now, what I'm going to tell you, you're probably going to disagree with. You're probably going to hate on me for it. You're going to be a little salty or whatever I'm going to say. But here's the thing. If you really want to fix the situation, going to GameStop is not going to help. And let me be clear on this. GameStop is not in any way, shape, or form to our favor. The gaming community. They're not in our favor. And I'm not talking about the employees there or the managers. I'm talking about the corporation itself. They're not doing this because, oh, guys, we're totally on your side. So what we're going to do as a corporation is that we're going to continue to sell Xbox codes for your subscription, but we're going to be doing it at the original price that was stated the first time they hiked up their price. But you'll be able to pay you'll be able to play your online games for far less than what Xbox is expecting for you to pay. You're welcome. That's not how it works, guys. You want to know the truth about that whole thing? Here's the thing. Microsoft is not going to panic over this. They're not worried over the fact that GameStop's going to be selling the codes a lot cheaper. They're not. You want to know how I know? Okay. Any company that is actually afraid of losing business will do anything in order to preserve that income, that revenue still rolling in. You actually think Microsoft is actually going to allow GameStop to sell their codes at a fraction of the price? No. Because if they really did have a problem with this, if GameStop was really to our favor, Microsoft would have sent a cease and desist. As a matter of fact, not only would it be a cease and desist, it would be a we're not shipping you codes anymore for you to sell at your shops. That's what would happen if in fact GameStop was in our favor by selling us the codes a lot cheaper for the subscription. That's how it works. But it's not. You want to know why? Because whether or not you go to GameStop and you buy yourself a code cheaper, that money is still going to who? Not GameStop. It's not going to go to GameStop. It's going to go to Microsoft. See, they're not going to be making the 2-time, 3-time billion a year that they're expecting with this price hike. No, they're still going to make that yearly billion. They're still going to make it one way or the other. It's not going to be the billions, but it's still going to be in its billion. And they're still going to keep doing what they do. They're still going to be trying to sell us last-gen consoles at a percentage of the price and offer us far less memory to store our games in. Not only that, but the thing about it is that with the price hike for the second time in less than a year, why do you think they decided to do that? They're not going through any kind of dry spell. They're not going bankrupt. They're not going poor. They just know that people are dumb enough to pay it. I calls it as I sees it. That's the truth. They know that you're still going to pay. They know that you're going to go out of your way to a GameStop and buy the code. They know that. That's why they're not worried. Now, but if you want to make them worry, then don't buy them. Don't buy the codes. Don't go to GameStop. Don't buy the codes through GameStop. I've said this dozens of times before in a lot of videos because I knew that this was going to happen. But the best way for them to panic is you're going to have to go a while without playing online. Oh, I know. You got your Call of Duty and you got your Madden or NFL or FIFA or whatever other stupid games are out there that require you to have an internet connection or for you to play them. But you're just going to have to. You're going to have to. Oh, but that's impossible. We can't do that. So-and-so game's going to be released soon, and I really want that day one deal. I don't know if anybody here is old enough to remember, but back in the 360 era, Microsoft had something called Xbox Live, Xbox Gold. And at that time, there was this thing where they would release monthly games, like about maybe 3 per month or so. And it was RNG, I think. It was mostly based off of RNG. Because obviously, people at Microsoft weren't picking what games to release per month when you had gold, but it was there. But the games that you did decide to download, you got to keep. And I know this for a fact because I have several. I have several games from the 360 during the Xbox 360, Xbox Gold era that I still own. And it's still in my catalog, and it's still in my library. I'm not a big fan of digital, I'm not. But that was Microsoft's way of saying to its people, thank you so much for your patronage. Here, have this game on us. There were months that passed by where I saw games that I didn't like at all and I didn't download them. But the times that there were, I downloaded them and I still have them to this day. What is Game Pass? It's not giving you anything, really. You get the day one release. I really want to check this game out. Why do you even bother? I mean, if you play these games on Game Pass because you want to try them out so you can buy them to own them physical, then go for it. You know, that's a good investment. If you plan on buying these games physical. But if you're just playing them because it's day one and it's street cred or something, then that's just stupid, ignorant, and immature. I'm sorry, but that's just the fact. People are looking forward to Black Ops 7 being released soon. And those that have Game Pass Ultimate get to play their Call of Duty titles day one release. But what's it matter at the end of the day? What's it matter? I have another video that's going to talk about that though, but not yet. But, you know, does it really matter? No. I prefer Fat Phil, because even though he's going through his Ozempic phase, I would prefer Fat Phil to revert back to Xbox Gold. I would prefer that. I would like a corporation to tell me that they appreciate my patronage through a freebie. And I'm not talking stupid, ugly little DLCs that they do with the Game Pass right now. I mean, literally give me a cheap little game that doesn't dent their pockets as a thank you. I would prefer that. As a game to keep, by the way. I would prefer that. But unfortunately, that's not how they see it. And probably, you are probably going to say to yourself, well, they're not even that great. They're stupid. Blah, blah, blah. To me, it meant a lot. I felt appreciated for being a part of that. I did. I felt appreciated for helping Microsoft Xbox continue their services. And that cheap little crappy 360 game was their best way of saying thank you, then I'm all for it. But right now with Game Pass, it seems like we're being punished for wanting to play online rather than anything else. So the only advice I have for you is don't buy into it. Don't go to GameStop. Don't buy their codes. It's still sending money to Microsoft, and they're still going to continue looking for ways to exploit the consumer or the gaming community. They haven't dropped down the price on the Series X. They've hiked up the price on Game Pass. They've removed the 10% discount on DLCs, which, to be honest with you, 10% is not a lot. Basically, it's just the after tax when you buy it. I mean, what more can I say about that? Boycotts aren't a bad thing, guys. They're not. It's the most peaceful way of protest with our wallets. That's a fact. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Are you going to continue giving Microsoft money even if it's through GameStop's codes being sold there? Or like myself, are you willing to man up, not being sexist here because I know women can man up too, and just go with, you know, a dry spell from online gaming for a while until Microsoft learns the error of their ways and they revert back to not charging what they're charging, and possibly even lower the price on their Series X's and Series S, you know, stuff. And I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you think down at the bottom. And as always, that was my 2 cents. Please make sure to subscribe, like the video. It would really help me out a lot. And if anybody else needs to know about this stuff, because not a lot of YouTubers are discussing it this way, then make sure to share with somebody else, share with someone you know, share with someone that's not really fully aware of what's going on, because they're being misinformed by other YouTubers just giving out the obvious, and instead someone that actually isn't afraid to speak their mind and their opinions. And I've never been wrong, and until then, that was my opinion, and that's it. That's about it. Peace out.
The Toxic Avenger is coming to your town. Look out.